starting off strong with Alderamin on the sky. And let me tell you, this show is like if you took a chess grandmaster and threw them into Game of Thrones. Our main character, Ikta, is basically that one friend who's too smart for their own good, but also too lazy to actually apply themselves. You know, the type who aces exams without studying while you're pulling all-nighters. This dude's strategic mind is so sharp, it makes Light Yagami look like he's playing checkers. The military tactics in this show are so well thought out. It's like watching a masterclass in warfare while getting emotionally invested in characters who might not make it to the next episode. Real talk, Ikta reminds me of that kid in class who would solve complex math problems in their head while everyone else was still reading the question. This is Emiverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. Number 9. Mobile Suit Gundam, the 8th MS Team. Now we're stepping into mech territory with Mobile Suit Gundam, the 8th MS Team. And this isn't your typical power of friendship saves the day type deal. This is war, raw and unfiltered, where every decision has consequences heavier than Goku's training weights. The romance subplot hits different when you realize these characters might not have a tomorrow. And the mechs? They're not just cool robots. They're tools of destruction that carry the weight of human lives. The animation aged like fine wine, and watching these mobile suits duke it out is like witnessing Transformers if Michael Bay actually cared about storytelling. The emotional weight the show carries could bench press the entire Dragon Ball Z cast. Number 8. Armored Trooper Votoms. Armored Trooper Votoms is that anime your older brother recommended that you initially slept on, but once you watched it, you realized it was ahead of its time. Chiriko is literally the definition of built different. This man has survived more death situations than a Dark Souls speedrunner. The show's gritty, realistic approach to mech combat is like comparing a UFC fight to a wrestling match. Both entertaining, but one hits you with that reality check. The political intrigue runs deeper than the Mariana Trench, and the conspiracy elements would make even the most paranoid anime theorist question everything. Chiriko's luck is so absurd, it makes Kazuma from Konosuba look like he's living his best life. Number 7. 86. 86 walked into the anime scene and said, "Let me traumatize you while looking absolutely gorgeous." And honestly, mission accomplished. This show tackles discrimination and dehumanization with the subtlety of a sledgehammer, but in the best way possible. The relationship between Lena and the 86 squad is like watching someone try to bridge two completely different worlds through a communication device. It's beautiful, heartbreaking, and frustrating all at once. The mechs, or juggernauts, are designed like they came straight out of a horror movie, and the way they portray warfare's psychological toll is more accurate than a GPS navigation system. Shin's character development hits harder than Saitama's serious punch. Number 6. Saga of Tanya the Evil. Tanya the Evil is what happens when you take a ruthless businessman, reincarnate him as a little girl, and throw him into World War I with magic. It's like if Gordon Ramsay was reborn as a military strategist with zero chill and the ability to fly. Tanya's character is so morally complex, she makes Lelouch look like a saint, and watching her navigate military politics while dealing with her own existential crisis is more entertaining than binge-watching an entire season of your favorite anime. The aerial combat scenes are so well animated, they make Top Gun look like a paper airplane demonstration. This show proves that sometimes the most terrifying thing isn't a monster, it's a human with no limits and a superiority complex. Number 5. Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Legend of the Galactic Heroes is that anime that separates the casual viewers from the true anime intellectuals. This show is like watching a political science textbook come to life, except it's actually entertaining and doesn't put you to sleep. The space battles are more epic than anything Marvel has ever produced, and the character development spans generations, literally. Yang Wenli and Reinhard von Lohengram are like two chess masters playing a game where the pieces are human lives and the board is the entire galaxy. If you can get through this show without questioning your understanding of politics, war, and human nature, you're built different. The strategic depth makes even the most complex anime plot twists look like elementary school math problems. Number 4. Gate Gate is basically What if the Japanese self-defense force got isekai'd, but instead of becoming overpowered, they just brought modern military technology to a fantasy world? It's like watching a crossover episode between Call of Duty and Sword Art Online, except the stakes are geopolitical relations. Atami is that one otaku who accidentally becomes a war hero while just trying to make it to the next doujin convention. Relatable content right there. The culture clash between modern military and fantasy elements creates comedy gold while still maintaining serious themes about warfare and diplomacy. Watching modern weapons face off against dragons and magic is like seeing LeBron James play basketball against medieval knights. Entertaining and completely unfair. Number 3. Zippang. Zippang takes the what-if concept and cranks it up to 11. A modern Japanese destroyer gets transported back to World War II, and suddenly you're watching the ultimate military ethical dilemma unfold. It's like if you gave a Formula One car to someone in the horse and buggy era. The technological advantage is so overwhelming, it becomes a moral question. The crew's struggle with whether to change history or preserve it is more complex than understanding the Fate series timeline. This show will have you questioning everything you know about warfare, honor, and the butterfly effect. The historical accuracy mixed with speculative fiction creates a viewing experience that's educational and mind-bending. Number 2. Flag. Flag is that hidden gem that anime fans sleep on, harder than they sleep on reading subtitles. This show uses a unique photojournalistic perspective that makes you feel like you're actually embedded with the military unit. It's like watching a documentary about fictional events that feel more real than actual documentaries. The mech designs are so realistic, they look like they could roll off a production line tomorrow, and the political complexity would make even seasoned anime theorists take notes. The way it handles the media's role in warfare is more relevant today than ever, making it feel like a prophecy disguised as entertainment. Number 1. Jormungand. And taking the top spot, we have Jormungand, the anime that said, let's make arms dealing look cool while questioning everything about modern warfare. Coco and her team are like a twisted version of the Avengers, except instead of saving the world, they're selling weapons to it. The action sequences are so well choreographed, they make John Wick look like he's moving in slow motion, and the psychological complexity of each character could fill a psychology textbook. Jonah's character development from child soldier to, well, slightly more emotionally developed child soldier is handled with more care than most anime handle their main characters' power-ups. This show balances dark themes with moments of genuine humor better than a professional tightrope walker. The way Jormungand explores the arms trade while keeping you invested in characters who are essentially the bad guys is masterful storytelling. It's like rooting for the villain because they're just that charismatic and well-written. All right, anime fam. That's my top 10 military anime that'll have you questioning your life choices and maybe Googling how to survive a war zone at 3 a.m. These shows prove that military anime isn't just about explosions and tactics. It's about the human cost of conflict, the complexity of warfare, and sometimes really cool mechs blowing stuff up. I need to know which of these military anime hit you the hardest emotionally, or if there's a military anime I completely slept on that deserves a spot on this list. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a discussion that's more heated than the debates in the Galactic Empire. Peace out, and I'll catch you in the next video.